Hare Krishna. We are starting with the 39th shloka of the first chapter, and we will recite the verses first. And today we will see two verses, 1.39 and 1.40. It's the last part of the first chapter, observing the armies on the battlefield. And we'll see the shloka first, and then translation, and then purport, and then we'll have a discussion and story on. I will recite the shloka first, then someone can recite later on. कुलक्षये प्रणश्यन्ति कुलधर्मा सनातना धर्मे नष्टे कुलं कृष्णम् अधर्मो अभिभव्यत्युत कुलक्षये प्रणश्यन्ति कुलधर्मा सनातना धर्मे नष्टे कुलकृष्णम् अधर्मो अभिभव्यत्युत कुलक्षये प्रणश्यन्ति कुलधर्मा सनातना धर्मे नष्टे कुलकृष्णम् अधर्मो अभिभव्यत्युत. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. With the destruction of the dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligion. This is 39th shloka. I will just give the brief introduction about this shloka and what is the uh, last and scene in the setting the scene of the observing the armies on the battlefield, how this shloka comes. So initially, Krishna was telling Arjuna was about to start the fight, but he was not ready to fight. And Krishna was there with him, and he was thinking so many reasons why not to fight. And Arjuna was giving so many reasons why not to fight to Krishna. And this is one of the reason Arjuna was giving. And with this reason, Arjuna was telling that yes, if I fight, what is the use? Means there are many reasons Arjuna is giving. Out of that, one of these reason is if Arjuna is fighting, then what is the use? Because if he won the battle, then um, there is no one to enjoy because this big battle or huge battle will lead to so many destructions. And after winning the battle also there will no any relative will be there for enjoyment. Then what is the use of fighting this battle? Like that Arjuna was telling. Then he was having compassion for his friend and relatives. All those who were fighting, they were his relatives only. So for whom he is fighting? Like that Krishna Arjuna was giving the reason. Then second reason Arjuna gave that uh, as there will no be any relatives will be remaining after the battle. So what is there is no enjoyment in winning the battle. Even if he is victorious, there is no enjoyment. With whom he will enjoy the kingdom after getting the after winning the battle, the kingdom he will get with whom he will enjoy. Third is he will do so many activities and so many sinful activities he will perform. And with that reaction of sinful activities, fear of sinful activities, reaction for sinful activities, he was giving the reason that I will not fight. Then this one of the reason is kulakshaye pranashanti. By fighting in the battlefield, many elders in the family members they will get died and they will die, and because of that the family tradition will get lost. Means Arjuna was telling it correctly. Yes, because when there are elders in the family, and by the shloka in the Bhagavad-gītā, it is told that what is the use of or what will be the benefit when there are elders in the family, and how our family tradition comes into picture, or how the younger generation, newer generation follows family tradition from the elders, how they learn from the elders. So Arjuna was telling that with the destruction of the dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of family becomes involved in irreligion. If there is a leader in a family, the family goes in a proper way, in a proper dharmic principles. Family begets. But if there is no any leader, if there is no any good leader, dharmic leader, then family will go irreligious. They will not follow the religious activities. Like that is happening in our society nowadays. Leaders of the family, they are only uh, engaged in so many sinful activities, so many sense gratificatory activities. How the family will look upon? So family, the members in the family, they need some leaders, and if the leader is good, the family will go on a proper dharma principles. They will travel on the dharmic principle. They will not do any adharmic activities. Okay, so Arjuna was giving here fourth reason that kulaksaye pranashyanti kula dharma sanatana dharme nashte kula krishnam adharmo bhavyatu. Means what? That by the destruction of the family or elders in the family, there will be loss of family tradition, and whatever principles we are following in the family tradition, that we lost. And because of that, the elders in the family will be die in the battle, and they will not have anyone to guide. And because of that, the family persons or members in the family, they will follow irreligious activities. And in the next sloka, how Arjuna is giving uh, that because of this, how the future generations will collapse. And with that generations, there will no, and because of that, I will not able to fight. Like that, Arjuna was giving the reason. And Krishna answers it correctly that, yes, what is the need? What is the need to fight to establish Dharma principles? Okay. So you see 1.49, 40 shloka, 1.40th shloka. अधर्माभिभवात् कृष्ण प्रदुष्यन्ति कुलस्त्रिया स्त्रीषु दुष्टासु वार्ष्णेय जायते वर्णसङ्करा अधर्माभिभवात् कृष्ण प्रदुष्यन्ति कुलस्त्रिया स्त्रीषु दुष्टासु वार्ष्णेय जायते वर्णसङ्करा अधर्माभिभवात् कृष्ण प्रदुष्यन्ति कुलस्त्रिया स्त्रीषु दृष्टासु वार्ष्णेय जायते वर्णसङ्करा. Anyone want to repeat this shloka?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, shall I?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Adharma bhavat Krishna pradushyanti kulastriyah sritu dushta vrishneya jayate varna sankaraha. Hare Krishna.
Great. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Anyone else? Okay. We'll see the details of this shloka. This shloka is very prominent shloka in Bhagavad-gītā, and very Arjuna is giving the reason, that fourth reason he is continuing, that how if the leader is not there, how the progeny will become and how the future generations will become. So he's telling Adharma Bhavat Krishna Pradushyanti Kulastriya. If there is no any prominent member in the family, and when there is irreligious activities performed in the family, oh Krishna, the woman of that family become polluted. And from the degradation of womanhood, O descendant of Vrishni, comes unwanted progeny. Why there is like a thing is given that woman is polluted? Why men can't pollute? But woman has a, like Lord has given a very um, important feature for the woman, that yes, woman can beget the children, men can't. So woman can beget the children, and they will have the responsibility of future generations. Therefore, our in our day to day life also, whatever language we say, um, that we call it as mother tongue. Our native language, we call it as mother tongue. Why it is a mother tongue? Because the language which we learn, that is from our mother. Means language is not language which we speak, but language means the behavior which we shows. The language of our body, it comes from our mother. And that's why in our society, in our family traditions, woman has given so much protection, so many protection. And in our dharmic principles also, we worship the woman god. So there are many goddesses which we worship, and that much, that like at that level we give the respect to the woman. And in the society, when a woman is protected, all the family tradition will be protected. How it is, even if the in the, and it is because even if the man in the family, he is polluted, and he is giving his semen to the woman womb, then also the woman who is going to going to give birth to the progeny, he will become pure, because woman, a chaste woman, has a power in her womb, that she can purify that whatever the bija which is coming from the men, and she can purify that, and she will only give the good progeny, pure progeny, to the future generations. And that is done by Krishna. That power is given by Lord himself, because he wanted that, okay, whatever generations will come, they will not get destroyed, and generations will follow the Vedic principles, dharmic principles. So whoever comes from, and that's why woman is in every society, woman is protected. And in every, that's why it is given that woman is under protection at every stage. Even in her childhood, she is protected by her father. In a um, adult age, she is protected by the brother. After marriage, she is protected by the husband. After uh, once her husband is not there, then she is protected by her son. So at every time, woman is protected in society. That's why the protection is given for that reason. Because when women are chaste, when the woman in the family is chaste, that family is, and that family will uh, directly go back to Godhead. So that is like woman of the family become polluted. Like Arjuna is giving the reason, if the leader in the family, they will die in the battle, then irreligious activity the family members will do. And because of that, oh Krishna, Arjuna is speaking Krishna as Varshneya. Here is a significant meaning. Arjuna is speaking Varshneya as a, Varshneya means the descendant of Vrishni, descendant of Vrishni dynasty. So Vrishni dynasty, because Arjuna, Krishna calls Arjuna every time, that is Partha. Partha means, oh son of Pritha, oh son of Pritha, you are my aunt's son, like you are my brother, cousin brother, and you are coming in the dynasty of Pritha. So you are coming in the Kshatriya dynasty, and how you are going away from the battlefield. Like that, Arjuna will, Krishna is telling Arjuna every time. So Arjuna is also telling here, oh Varshneya. Varshneya means, oh descendant of Vrishni, if the leader in the family members are dying in the battlefield, and irreligious activities are prominent in that family, then how you will feel if it is from the Vrishni dynasty? Like that, Krishna, Arjuna is telling. And therefore, if these irreligious activities are full, or are going ahead in the family, then the there will be a degradation of womanhood. And from that, the progeny which is coming, that is unwanted progeny, Varna Sankara means that is unwanted progeny, that will not be benefited to any of the human society. So whatever progeny which is coming from the um, uh, woman which who is degraded, polluted, that will be not be benefited to the society. And that's why we see many times there is like mm, in our society also, woman is given much protection. In our dharma also, in Hindu Sanatan dharma, we give so much protection to the woman. In our scriptures also, we see there are many chaste women, like Sita, then um, Mandodri was there, then Draupadi was there. So many Gandhari was there. So many chaste women are there, and those women are known for their work, known for their chastity, and there are many incidents in the past or in the history that because of this chastity of the woman, um, the the family tradition is protected, and there are good progeny in the society. uh, as we see that in our Vedic principles, or in our Sanatan Dharma, how the life is, and how the ashram and varna and ashram is divided. So varnashrama paddhati, that is called as varna and ashram, means there are four varna and four ashram. Chatur varna maya srishtam, Krishna is also telling in Bhagavad-gītā. So that varna, four varna means what? Brahman, Kshatriya, Shudra and Vaishya. And four ashram: brahmachari, grahastha, vanaprastha and sannyas. So based on this four varna and four ashrama, the chaturvarna maya srishta guna karma vibhagasha. And based on this four varna and four ashrama, people are divided into different varna and ashrama based on their qualities, not based on their birth. Nowadays it is happening because of the casteism system. This is not a caste system, this is naturally happening, and it will happen even if we don't follow. This is going to happen, varnashram paddhati, because this varnashram paddhati is set by the Lord himself. So whatever Krishna does, that is perfect, because he is a Purnamadam. So he is only the perfect. We are all imperfect souls and imperfect bodies. So as we are imperfect, whatever we introduce, that is also imperfect. So Krishna has introduced, that's why it is perfect system. So Varnashram Paddhati is a perfect system, and Lord has given it Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So this is a very nice um, part which is given, and all limbs of the society were protected. So Brahmanas were doing their own work of guiding and giving knowledge to the society. Kshatriya was protecting the society. Then Vaishya was giving business to the society, and Shudra was helping all the society members. So all were doing good. But when the casteism system came into picture, all has collapsed. And nowadays, devotees and people, they are trying to establish it again, Varnashram Paddhati. And in this Varnashram Paddhati, when woman is protected and the generations are coming, then the future generations are going to lead the society. And this, in this Varnashram Paddhati also, when a woman is getting uh, woman is marrying, and after her marriage she is begetting a child, begetting children, and that begetting children, there are sanskaras. Even starting from marriage, there is a vivaha sanskara. After that, there is a garbhadhan sanskara for the before having the conception of the child. And with that garbhadhan sanskara, whatever activities she do, whatever the consciousness she has while conception and all, then that kind of progeny will be coming in the future generations, and those progeny will guide and lead the society. Like that happened in even our in our society. Gaurang Prabhu is there. I heard in one class, Gaurang Prabhu, when he was in the womb, his mother used to chant Vishnu Sahasranam every day. So how Gaurang Prabhu is leading, he has very right, and like his nature is like that. Then one incident, one example I heard in Pune, ISKCON Pune temple near NVCC. One couple was there, and they uh, were maintaining very pure life, and before having any conception and all, uh, they did all the purificatory processes, all the samskaras they followed, and they waited. They uh, after all the sanskaras and proper principle, follow proper principles, they beget the child, and their son was so bright, so brilliant. That son used to take father and mother to the Mangal Arati every day. So that was the power of this our Vedic principle. That is the power of our sanskaras, Garbhadan sanskar and all. So we can also see one story from our um, history, and it is the happened story with the Ramanujacharya. So in that story, Ramanujacharya once he was um, visiting his disciples' home, and he was passing through some village, and he was um, like disciples told, oh, um, some disciples were there with him, and disciples told Ramanujacharya, Ramanujacharya ji, here one disciple of yours, she stays. And Ramanujacharya was knowing that, but he was trying not to go her home because he was knowing that, and she was poor lady. And then Ramanujacharya was thinking how to like, but at that time, Ramanujacharya went to her home. She was not having food for eating and all, but she welcomed Ramanujacharya with very warm hearted, and her husband was not there. He went for the work, but Ramanujacharya was there, and Ramanujacharya came to her home, and she was thinking now how I can feed. There is nothing remained in at home, and how I can feed to my guru, um, my whole and life came here. My guru came to my home first time, and how I can leave him not taking anything. So she goes to another home, and she arrange some food, and she arrange some ingredients and come and prepares very nice bhoga offer to the Lord, and then serve to the Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya had that, and he understood that what is that. Then he asked, like, he got to know everything because he is a Ramanujacharya and guru, uh, her guru. So he was thinking that he was asking her that how you managed to do this. I know what you had did. He tells that you give this paisam to that person, because what she has done, she went to some person nearby, those who are like saukar and all. They and she told that, okay, you give me money and I will fulfill your desires afterwards. And she takes money, buys ingredient, and then serve her guru. And then Ramanujacharya gives that um Mahaprasad of himself, like Maha, to that lady, and tells her that you give this, you will be protected. So that lady goes back to the that Saukar, and she tells that, okay, this is Mahaprasad, my guru has given to you. You have it, then you can enjoy. And just by having that morsel of Mahaprasad, that Saukar, he got um, purified himself by taking the Mahaprasad of big sannyasi, Ramanujacharya, and he forgets all his lusty activities, lusty desires. So that's how. Um, and then after that, her husband comes to her home, and he get to know everything, and he was very happy that my wife, she's so chaste, and she was knowing um, that how to serve the guru, and to serve guru she has went into so much extent, but she was protected because she was chaste and she was not having any ulterior motive. So the chastity is very important, and chastity um, goes long way, and it is like for family tradition, chastity is very important. And to even in our society also we see, whatever we, or in our home also we see, in our families we learn a lot from our mother. If mother is not there at home, we will not have any, we'll be helpless, like uh, uh, even after marriage also, if a mother is not there, then people, or the children, they will be very upset. So people or children, they kids, they need mother. So that chastity of mother, that woman in the society is needed. And that's what Arjuna was telling in this shloka, that if the kula is kulakshaye pranashyanti kula dharma sanatana. If kul means the ancestor, family tradition is lost, then dharma will be lost, sanatan dharma will be lost. And dharme nashte kulam krishnam adharmo abhibhavati. And it will like it will, like irreligious activities will be more in the family tradition if the dharma is lost. And therefore, O Krishna, O Varshnaya, adharma bhi bhavat Krishna pradushyanti kulastriya. And if the family tradition is lost, irreligious activities are performed in the family, then the woman in that society will be polluted, that family will be polluted, and with that polluted woman, the Varna Sankara will be produced. The unwanted progeny will come, and that will be destruction for the future society. So, in this way, Arjuna was giving reason, but there is a long message behind this reason also. So, whatever Bhagavad Gita is such a book which such a scripture where we find uh, learning lessons from each word. So there is big learning lesson from this, that we need a protection for the woman in every society, every family, and with that protection we need values also. See, we have just means in our family tradition, if we see, like in my case or in many case, like we don't do many activities because our parents don't accept it. Like blindly we do, blindly. Oh no, my parents, even if some friend tell, okay, take this, nothing happens. No, 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 my father will not be happy, my mother will not be happy. Just for their happiness we didn't do many wrong activities, and we didn't go in that way. But if we know that, like in our family traditions, in our ancestors were not knowing that why we do that activities. But if they tells us that we do these activities because this is dharmic principles, this is adharmic, if we know this, then it will be how much better. So in our in India, at least this culture is there, that we follow our parents, we follow the whatever told by our parents. And because of that we follow the proper Vedic principles in our day-to-day life also. But if we know the uh, spirit behind the whatever we follow, then our activities become spiritual, and those spiritual activities will lead our spiritual life and lead our society to spirituality. So thank you very much, we'll stop here. I extended a lot, 15 minutes. Hare Krishna. Yeah, happy Women's Day. Thank you. It was Hare Krishna.